The thing that's interesting is that each film is so different, and yet they all connect to something else, to another idea, or to a later film, or a later work that she did that wasn't filmed but was photographed. My name is Raquel Cecilia Mendieta, and I am Ana Mendieta's niece. She was also my godmother, and she was also my role model. I mean, I looked up to her. She was kind of like a superstar to me. I really like the film Sweating Blood. We did a lot of restoration on that film because it was really badly damaged, and the end result is strikingly beautiful. It looks, exactly how it would have looked if we were projecting the Super 8 film back from the lab. But I just really love the idea of this sweating statue, this, sweating blood. It's a very powerful image, and it's a very strong concept as well. I was working on a documentary that I'm still in post-production of that's on the life and art of Ana Mendieta, and I was looking for material on her. There's not that much that exists where we see her, either on film or video talking about her work, or just even, on a daily basis. So I was scrounging around asking people, what do you have, and is there anything available? And we came across these half-inch reel-to-reel videos that had never been transferred before. I said, let's transfer everything. So at that time, we discovered several of the pieces that are in this exhibition, that we had all of these new films and videos that had never been seen before. And it just seemed like such a perfect opportunity to present them to the public in a grouping where, because they're very early works where she was experimenting more with the medium, that we placed them all together. They're all complete films, they're all complete ideas. Some of them are narrative, where they have a beginning, middle, and end. Some of them are kind of timeless, like Butterfly, where they just continue on and on looping. For her, the experimental part was trying the medium and using it in different ways. And you can really see it in a work like Butterfly, where she is wearing these wings, and basically a video camera was capturing her image, and then it was going through a video processor, a quantizer, where they were manipulating the RGB colors so that you had that effect of all these colors. But then in order to capture that, they had to have another camera. So a Super 8 camera was actually filming off that monitor. So what you're seeing projected is actually the Super 8 film that's capturing the video image on the monitor. So it's all these layers. You can think, oh, this is very interesting and very advanced, but really that's the only way they could get that image onto film. There was no other way to do it at that time in the 70s. Well, just knowing the way that we group these works together, especially with the experimental and the interactive, those are two very different words, but these are things that continued throughout her work again. And when I think of the experimental, I think of her character as an artist, like her quest. She always was curious, like, what will happen if I put blood on the sidewalk? Will someone stop and call the police? And she was actually really angry that no one did. Like, that's what she thought was gonna happen. She thought somebody was gonna come and call the police because there was blood on the sidewalk. What will happen if I shoot a gun at this balloon filled with feathers? How will they fall? Will they fall? Will they float down? So there was always like this question in these films, which repeats even later in other works when she was working in nature. She always had this curiosity to know the outcome. These films are at the heart of that. It's the beginning of that, I'm on a quest and I'm going to find out the answer to these questions.